Welcome to my channel, Mending Tree Tarot. This is the reading for December. I've chosen to do things a little bit differently this month. I've decided to do a pick a card reading. So using the law of attraction, that you will be drawn to the reading that is right for you. I've put stones in addition to the oracle decks in order to help you make the decision for yourself, whatever is calling to you. I'm using a different oracle deck for each reading. And so take a moment to have this kind of sit in and see what kind of stands out for you. And if these readings, if what you choose doesn't resonate for you, it may not be your deck. So, if there was another deck that was calling out to you, please take a look at the other deck's reading and see if that resonates better. And not all parts of the reading may resonate for you, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will choose in each reading an oracle card, and I will be using the Mystic Tarot in order to get a little bit more clarification. And then at the end, I will choose an advice card from Dorian Virtue's Archangel Michael deck, and then I will choose a single card for yes or no, so you can ask a question at the end. So yes, slightly different than the normal. For the first deck, group number 1, I have the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and the stone with that is the Aqua Blue Obsidian. Group number 2 is Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, which also the Shaman's Dream was Colette Baron Reed, I should say that. But Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed, is the green Goldstone. Group number 3 is Hematoid as a stone, and it is the Earth Wisdom Oracle. That one is by Barbara Moore. And group number 4 is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, also by Colette Baron Reed, and the stone is the pink Opal. All right, so choose whichever stone or deck is calling out to you, and I will have timestamps down below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your reading that you chose. You chose the Aqua Blue Obsidian. So if you chose this stone, chances are you have been feeling maybe a bit frustrated, or maybe some feelings of anger have popped up at different times, or there's a chance that in general you just feel a lot of kind of attacking energy coming your direction, and that there's perhaps a need for you to be able to communicate, or that you've been wanting to really kind of speak your truth. The stone also kind of just helps you to go within and for you to find a deeper understanding of basically your own inner truth, right? So it's really good for meditation. This is a really excellent protection stone. It helps to ground you at the same time, which is why a lot of people will use it if they're trying to do any kind of astral travel, and also that it's a very kind of calming stone. So if you've been having some emotional turmoil, that may be a reason why you have chosen this stone. So let's get into your reading. I've done pop out, so I have chosen the cards ahead of time in order to save a little bit of time. I have the Heart Home with Compassion, a Tidy House for Clarity and Organization, and number 59, which is the Wailing Tree, Reconciliations, and that is the Shaman's Dream Oracle card. And then for the tarot deck, I'm using the Mystic Tarot for this one. I don't think I've used this deck yet to do a reading on this channel. So, okay, but I've had it for forever. So I think it's about time. All right, getting into your reading, Heart Home, Compassion. So this card really is talking about your a need perhaps to go within, to come back into your heart space and to really kind of look within to yourself, and perhaps to not just take a moment and to not look at something with a judgmental eye, right? And that means judging yourself as well as judging others, and really kind of looking instead at kind of from an outsider's perspective with compassion, so that look and give yourself compassion in a situation as well as others. There may have been something recently that has really caused you to really kind of go within, or a need to go within, to really kind of, well, see your inner truth about something, and really kind of have compassion for yourself, as well as others, but probably mostly for yourself is what I'm getting here for you. And number one, a tidy house. So clarity and communication, which, it's what the stone is all about. It's about communication and this need for you to really be clear about it. I know that's saying the same thing, but clarity of communication. And if you're having difficulty kind of sifting through your thoughts about a situation, or really kind of feeling like your brain is in a fog, the recommendation that's being given is that perhaps you take a moment to make sure that your home, your living space is in a tidy, that it's cleaned up, picked up, cleaned, whatever it is that needs to be done, because as you take these actions in your physical world, you are doing the same internally. What you do on the outside comes back into your mind, your space, your inner world, and it's as if you're doing it with your mind as well. So as you clean any kind of clutter or anything like that in your outside world, you're doing that inside yourself as well. So that can help with gaining clarity, and then also perhaps a need to really walk away from those things that aren't serving you anymore. And so to clean away those perhaps people, situations, maybe even a job that is not serving you anymore, and really kind of clean house in your life. And then we have number 59, which is the Wailing Tree. Reconciliation. So this card really is talking about some kind of loss that has happened. So perhaps you have decided to walk away from something already, and that you've done this, and that this card is really asking you to heed the call to take time to grieve. Even if it's something that you wanted, it's still something that's leaving your life. And you can be happy about the fact that it's not there anymore, but also kind of see the change that it's made and grieve that chapter of your life. Even if it's still beneficial that it's not there anymore, this card is telling you that there is a need for you to just basically take time to take note of the part that it played in your life, and to have gratitude for what it gave, and also to accept any kind of sadness that comes up then because of its lack of presence in your life from this point forward, even if it was a choice of yours to let it go. Okay, that just to take time to kind of go within. So all of your oracle cards are really pointing to something in particular, a moving on phase from something that was not working, and for you to kind of realize that it wasn't serving you anymore, and for you to really communicate your needs within that, and that's really important, and to have compassion for yourself through this process. Getting into the tarot portion of your reading here, so we have the Three of Air and you have the Emperor. So the Three of Air is essentially the Three of Swords, which for the most part represents kind of heartache, sadness, pain, grief, like we were seeing already in your oracle. And then the Emperor, which is a lot about control, yes, or a feeling of needing to control something. There's also a lot of grounded energy within this, but there's also some compassion as well, that underlying compassion that's not necessarily seen up front. So what I'm going to say here is, it looks like there has been some kind of, if not already loss, although I think that something has already kind of moved on, and there's this sadness that you're healing at this point in time in your life. I'm sorry, that's my clock. There is a sadness that you are healing at this moment. And so with the Emperor here, I'm getting this energy of needing to control the situation. Like, you don't want to be upset about it. You don't want to take the time to, it's almost like it's good that it's left. You know that it's good that it's left. You don't want to have emotions about this feeling of not being emotional. And you're trying to control it because you don't think that that's going to get you anywhere, by kind of moping about it. And I feel like moping is a bad word, but like there's some kind of judgment about having emotions about the situation. That's really the energy that I'm picking up here. And then we have strength in the Earth Princess in the now position. So really you're kind of feeling like, okay, if I kind of dig deep and I like take my inner strength to really work through this, I'm going to get beyond it. And also that perhaps that there has been an offer that has been given to you for a way of moving on. So another thing to capture your attention, to kind of help you refocus, is the word that I'm getting here. A point of focus for you to like kind of power through how you're feeling right now. And this is a good, I mean, the opportunity is a good opportunity, but I'm still seeing like this need to really kind of like muster up your strength, just more of like this control feeling in order to move forward, right? You're trying to redirect your attentions at this moment in time. And then in your future position, we have the star, we have the Three of Earth. So the star, again, is talking about healing. There's this healing that's still happening and still occurring, right? There's also this element with the star. Okay, so this card it signifies Aquarius, which is all about reforming your life, right? That's part of the healing process. You're redefining what it is that you want, what it is that you need, and in creating a new life for yourself. And with the Three of Earth, there are some real advancements, is a word that I'm being given. So advancements and strides in the direction that it is that you're trying to go, right? So you're trying to create something new, a new way of how you're experiencing your life, really is kind of what I'm picking up here. You are letting go of basically, and it doesn't even have to be a particular situation. What you've let go is how you want to experience your life. You're tired of how you've been treated. You're tired of how just like your day to day. And so this, I think perhaps for some of you, I mean, this is going to resonate differently for different people, but I feel like for some of you, this is talking more about you wanting to change the dynamic of your life, the dynamic of how you're treated, how you see the world, how you interact in the world. And you're frustrated and kind of angry. You have felt kind of pent up, hence this element of control, of wanting to change how you see everything. But this is going to take some going within. That's what the oracle cards are saying here. It's going to take you needing to go within in order for you to then recreate your life anew. You're going to have to still see and let go of the past and truly let go of it. So don't harbor any more feelings about how things have been, and instead focus on how you want things to be. And this is really going to create a whole new life for yourself. It's interesting. This whole reading has a very, I don't know if you're an air sign or not, but it's very kind of air driven. Very interesting. Okay, so yes, the call here is to go within. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card here for advice for you. I'm using Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael deck. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Oh, well, there we go. Your children are watched over by angels. I am going to read from the book so that if there is a meaning for you that makes more sense based upon how they are saying this, I want you to have the full picture. Okay. So this says, Archangel Michael wants you to know that he's paying particular attention to your children. He's guiding them to stay safe, develop their spiritual gifts, and discover and follow their divine life purpose. Michael is also ensuring that their peers are trustworthy and good influences. Other possible meanings can be, your life's purpose involves children, a healthy pregnancy and birth is ensured, an adoption will be successful, spend time with indigo and crystal and children, take care of your inner child by playing and having fun. A child in heaven is happy and sending love. Your children are okay, and give worries about your children to God and the angels. The prayer, dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. So if you don't have children, I would say that the main advice here is to take care of your inner child by playing, right? And having fun. That's kind of, so if you don't have children, that's what I'd say. And for your yes or no question, this I'm just gonna go for one card. If more comes out than that, then we'll do that. Okay. So your answer is, again, control. So I would take this as a yes. You are in control of the situation, and that you don't have to have fear about unwanted outcome. That's really kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. I would see this as a yes. Okay, so, all right, we have our yes card there. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am truly grateful. And if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, lets me know that it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. This is not necessary, but it's definitely appreciated if you decide to. I thank you so much. Thank you so much, Group 1. Hello, Group 2. You chose the green Goldstone. All right, so I know it's probably a little bit difficult to see that it is green. It is a very dark stone. When the light hits it just right, you can see that it's actually green. But this stone really speaks to the heart chakra, right? It does enhance psychic abilities, and it also enhances psychic communication. So perhaps you've been doing a lot more, other kinds of communication with people, not realizing it, or that you feel like there's more of a need to really kind of communicate with all of your senses, really, when you're talking with someone, in order to really connect with them. Also, this is a stone for growth, as well as it promotes physical healing. So perhaps you are in a place right now where you are really healing some kind of injury of some kind. But it also promotes confidence and courage. So perhaps you were drawn to the stone because right now you feel a need to be more confident or to have courage at this moment in time. So that's what the stone is really all about. And if you need any of those things, also it can bring you abundance because of the sparkly nature of it and the fact that it's green. If you are looking for a little help financially, you might want to look at getting a stone like this for yourself. Okay, getting into your reading, so you chose the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here, and what came out for you was Imagine, To the Sea, and Regeneration. And I've already chosen these ahead of time because I choose pop-outs, and that can take a little bit of time. So in order to save you on that, I've gone ahead and chosen these. So we have the Magician, the Six of Air, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, Air Princess, and Two of Air, and this is the Mystic Tarot that I used here for clarifying. All right, getting into your oracle cards. First, we have Imagine. This is number 20. So this card is saying that you perhaps have recently taken some time to really see and imagine, to be creative with your future, with what it is that you want in your life, what it is that you want to create. Because in order to have the law of attraction and abundance work for us in any particular part of our life, we need to honestly see in our mind's eye what it is that we really want. The universe can't give us what we don't ask for. If we're not asking for anything, then it's kind of like, okay, well, then they'll take whatever it is I give them. But if you're being very specific and you can really see and feel in your mind what it is that you want and what it is it means to have that, and how that would affect your day to day, then that's going to help create that in your life, right? However, you've been taking some time recently to do that. You have been doing that, is what this card is saying, which is a really, really good thing, to kind of sit and think about the possibilities of what your life could be like. And this is always, I think it's important for all of us to do that at different times. And then you have number 7, which is go to the sea. So this card is saying that right now you have everything that you need in your life right now in order to obtain what it is that you want and what you're looking for. You have all the tools right now. It's about allowing the universe to take you in the direction that it is that you need to go. So you're allowing the spirit to guide you, and trusting that you have all the tools at hand in order to make that happen, right? You're not scared. This does take courage in order to allow the sails of fate, if you will, in order to guide you in the direction that you need to go, right? That takes courage for sure. And then we have regeneration. This is number 46. This is also talking about taking a part of yourself, like you are, if you have felt, backing up here, if you have felt in your life that you have taken, as the kids say, taken an L, right? And it's been very difficult for you. This is about rebuilding yourself. You are now, and also if you've had any kind of physical ailment, that you are rebuilding, you are healing, you are having new growth happen that you want to have happen. This is about positive movement in a positive direction, whether that be actively within your life or whether that actually be physically within your body, whatever that may be, for how it resonates for you, because it's going to resonate for different people in different ways. But this is about rising up from a difficult situation, from a less than perfect or ideal scenario, and really kind of making lemonade out of lemons, right? That's what this card is speaking to. So that's what is in the near future for you. For your tarot cards, we have the Magician and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, repeating what we have in the Go to the Sea card with the Magician. This is that you have everything at your disposal in order to create. You're making gold out of everything that you have. So he has all the elements at his disposal in order to make whatever he needs to make, or whatever it is that he wants to create. He has the universe working for him as he's directing it, as he's telling it what it is that he wants to have happen. So this is essentially the first 2 oracle cards that you had here, really expressed here in the Magician card, right? It is, you are the creator, you are the master of your own reality, and you know this, and you have everything that you need in order to make that happen. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you are making that happen as the universe is supporting you within this. So with the Go to the Sea, trusting that spirit has your back on this and is going to help you create this. That's exactly what this is saying here, right? That you have everything at your disposal, and spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you want to call this here, has your back and is going to support you. And there are going to be fated situations that have either already occurred or that will be occurring in order to assist this change for you, okay? Which is super great news. Then we have the 6 of Air and we have the Air Princess. So the 6 of Air essentially is the 6 of Swords, and the Air Princess is the Page of Swords. So here we have walking away from rough shores, rough waters, coming onto calmer shores for yourself. So you're moving on to a calmer, more preferred way of life. You're kind of creating this right now. So you're starting to walk away from those things that are really difficult and turbulent for you at this moment in time. And you're gathering information and knowledge about how to make this all happen, how to make this occur. Things are being given to you as an acquiring of knowledge that's really happening also to support this change that's occurring in your life. Okay. And then we have with temperance and the two of air. Yeah, temperance here is saying that this is going to take balancing, right? Not everything comes in a flood towards you. It is going to come all in good time, and things are working in your favor. I don't even want to necessarily say it's about patience, because things are still actively coming and working for you, right? But I think there's duality that both of these cards are kind of talking about, because you see she has the two jugs of water there, and with the two of air, which is the two of swords, there's this decision making that also has to happen as well. So I think what this is saying is that in the near future here, you're going to have to you're going to be presented with a choice. You're going to be given what it is that you're asking for, but eventually on something you're going to have a little bit more clarity on what it is that you really want. So as things are moving in your favor, some options are going to be presented to you, and you're going to have to decide which direction you want to go, because it can go in a couple different ways, right? And it's about, but I think that you're going to be able to make a really wise choice, because you're going to have all the information that you need in order to make the right choice for you. But it looks as though basically you are the creator of your future here, group 2, and things are really working in your favor. So it's looking good for the month of December. All right, I'm going to get an advice card here from Archangel Michael using Dory Virtue's Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, what advice do you have for group 2? Go forward fearlessly. Your reading is all about having courage here, and prayers will help the situation. Okay. I am going to read from the book on these so that you have a very clear picture of what kind of advice is being given, starting with go forward fearlessly. This card is a sign that you're on the right path and that it's safe for you to move forward with your plans. As long as you hold intentions that are focused on your heart's desire, your steps will be automatically poised in the right direction. Right now, it's important for you to take action, no matter how small or seemingly inconsequential, toward your desired outcome. Ask Archangel Michael for guidance by saying, please show me the next step, and he'll come to your aid, and all the while he'll also be protecting and supporting you through these significant life changes. Other possible meanings are you're supported as you make a life change, leave an unhealthy situation. It's a good time to start a new business or other venture, and enter this relationship with an open heart and mind. This is the right choice for you. The prayer, thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. Okay, and prayer will help this situation. Archangel Michael reminds you that prayer improves every situation, while worry does the opposite. Praying works because it allows God and the angels to offer assistance, since they cannot violate your free will. They can only intercede with your permission and at your request, which is what prayer is. Although your prayers may be answered differently from your expectations, rest assured that you're being heard. The divine mind shows the perfect solution for everyone involved, so your role is to ask for help and then follow the guidance as it is given. God and the angels are in charge of how your prayers are answered, which is usually in ingenious ways because beyond the scope of human imagination. Other meanings are connect with a prayer group. The more prayers, the better. Give worries and fears to God and the angels. Have faith, for there's good reason to be hopeful. Be open to solutions that may differ from your expectations. In the prayer, dear God and Archangel Michael and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention and describe your situation. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me in this situation quickly. thank you, and amen. All right, and then I'm going to pull a yes or no. So if you have a question that you want to have answered, let's see, I'm going to try to just get one card here. Asking for one card for a yes or no. Oh, pretty immediately. Sharing, I'm going to take that as a yes. Use the Osho Zen Tarot for this one. So sharing, there's a need for you to give, but also to receive. And this can be in your talent, skills, or abilities, whatever that may be. But also that this creates a sense of abundance for you. So whatever it is that you're asking for a yes or no, there is a quality of abundance. And with this abundance, there is a need to give as well as to receive. So the sharing between the two, and it will create a very positive outcome. But ultimately the answer is very beautiful. Yes, I would say. So there we are. We have the yes. All right. Thank you so much, Group 2. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am truly grateful. And for more clarification, if you want to check another group, you're more than welcome to. But if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel and lets me know that it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It's not expected. It's genuinely appreciated if you decide to. And I thank you so much, Group 2. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Hematoid. So taking a little closer look here, this is actually, it's a grounding stone. It causes balancing to happen, but also like a balancing of all of your chakras, right? It does have a calming ability. This is kind of one of the main points of the stone. So it has a calming ability that helps you to process and to sort things out. It's really when you have a difficult problem that you're trying to sort through, right? And you may feel a little scattered or anything like that. That helps you to bring all those thoughts back into your control, and for you to really kind of figure out what the answer is, right? So it gives you concentration, allows you to focus. It also boosts self-esteem and self-worth and self-confidence, which is all wonderfully great things. But another point to really highlight here is that it is a healing stone for general healing, especially for physical healing of any kind. It increases the healing process so that healing happens faster, right? So if you have a need for that in your life at all, I recommend picking up one of these stones called a Hematoid. All right, I do take pop-outs, so in the interest of time, I've taken those, and you've chosen the Earth Wisdom Oracle. This is by Barbara Moore. You have clarity, you have divine protection, and you have awareness. And then I've used the Mystic Tarot for the tarot portion of it here. We have the Emperor, the 3 of Air, 10 of Water, Fire Prince, 9 of Earth, and the Air Princess. Okay, kind of getting into your reading here. Interesting that you chose a stone because receiving the clarity card. So this card is really asking you to kind of go within and sort through what is important to you. What is it you need? What is it that you need to address? Because there seems to be something going on around you in your life that is causing perhaps some kind of chaos and making it difficult for you to really figure out your way forward, right? So this card is talking about a need to really kind of go within and gain some kind of clarity about a situation, about how things have occurred, but also what needs to occur from this point forward. So yes, that is interesting there. And clarity in communication. They want me very much to say that. Okay, clarity in communication as well. Okay. And then we have number 12, divine protection. So it may be, like I said, you're feeling this chaotic energy around you and needing to feel like you need to protect yourself. So this card asks that whoever you ask for these kinds of things for yourself, so whether you ask, God or Jesus or guardian angels, spirit guides, the universe, um, any kind of protective energies that you know and like to use. It's just asking you to call upon those and to trust that those are really taking care of you and having your best interest at heart, because they do. And to really kind of take that moment to ask for it, to ask for the assistance, to ask for the help, in order to help protect you so that you can keep this sense of calm around you that you need at this moment in time to really kind of figure out what you need to do. Okay. And then you have 13, awareness, which is really interesting because you got 12 and 13. So you have a nice progression there. And awareness is that you have an exceptional gift of awareness to see things of what's going on around you. This is something that needs to be pointed out to you, that you need to be aware of. This is a special gift and talent that you have, that you kind of see things and understand things more from just your physical sight or what it is that you hear. You understand and feel things on the underlying way of how people's energies and what they actually mean from inside, rather than what it is that they're just telling you. So you look below the surface level to really see what people are trying to say, but it's also requiring that you are clear with your own communication in return back to them, right? So even to ask questions for clarity, if you feel like somebody's not being very clear with you and you're kind of getting something different than what they're saying, to really kind of sift through that. Interesting message, but okay, there we go. Getting into your cards here. So we have the Emperor and the Fire Prince crossing that. There's a real sense of control. There's a situation that requires control. Either that you feel like you need to control it, or that somebody's trying to control you. There's a lot of fast action that's happening here. Like I said, I get this very kind of chaotic energy just kind of all going around you. It's the best way I can kind of describe this. There's a need for you to like be the center of the eye of the storm in a way, and allow all of this craziness to kind of happen, but you're needing to kind of go deeper and see your path, your direction through this sandstorm, pretty much. But there's a lot happening around you. That's the only way that I can really kind of explain it. Yeah, and that there's this need of needing to like bear down and find control of a situation, because it feels like something's getting out of control. All right, getting into your now position, you have the 3 of Air and the 9 of Earth. So 3 of Swords, 9 of Wands. This also kind of talks to the difficulty of whatever situation that you're dealing with right now. So typically the 3 of Air is about like loss, heartache, but it's also about healing. It's about a sense of sadness, a sense of grief. There's something that's really kind of cut you to your core, something that's really affected you emotionally, and that you've been having a really, really difficult time, because typically with the 9 of Earth, you have somebody who's carrying all of these wands on their back, right? It's bearing down on them. But the thing that's positive about this card is that you're almost there, right? You're almost at the end of whatever it is that you're going through. There's just a little bit further that you need to go, right? And also the positive part of the 3 of Air is that it is a healing card. The hurt has already happened. You are now kind of making your way through it, right? And it is this heavy kind of emotion that perhaps words have been said to you in criticism of you, and that it's been difficult for you to kind of deal with it, because it may or may not be true. But even if it's not true, it's still that somebody said it. It's a very strange message that I'm getting there, but one that was given to me, so I need to say it. Sometimes what people say is not necessarily true, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect us, right? And that there's still some kind of inner judgment or inner turmoil that you're going through in order to work this out. But this could also just be like a real situation that you're having some real difficulty kind of working your way through and healing. And that's okay, because these kinds of things can take time, but I'm seeing more that this is a situation, this is something that's happening outside of you that's affecting you and is really difficult for you to kind of deal with. It's really, for a majority of you, the picture that I'm getting there. Okay, moving on. The 10 of Water and the Air Princess. So 10 of Cups and the Page of Swords. Also a really great place to be. So you're going through all of this turmoil, all of this hardship, all of that's kind of happening, and in the end you're really going to find your emotional fulfillment. You just need to go through this path. I keep on looking at this path. I want to show it to you. On the awareness card, that you see that she's like making her way through this darkness, and that the moon is really illuminating their way through, and that I think in front of her, from what I can see, no, it's like she's being blocked, but also that there's a way through these mounds of rocks, right, that's being shown, and that you're really going to see your way through this difficult time. Yeah, you're seeing your way through the darkness. You're seeing your way through the chaos, through the negativity, really, that's around you. And you're really going to get to this place with clarity, awareness, clear communication, and really processing your emotions to a happier place emotionally, where you're going to be just really happy with the outcome. And you're going to have some real wisdom that comes with this through this process. Yeah. So it looks like you're in need of being able to kind of, it's really, this read is about going inside, being internal, really processing information, and really seeing clarity and asking for help through, like, what is your next step? It is through this that you're going to receive healing as well. Yeah, that's really kind of what this reading is all about for you. Okay, so month of December, really important for you to kind of buckle down and focus and not pay attention to the chaos and negativity that's happening around you, and to ask for assistance in this. This is a major message that I'm being given. Ask for help. Okay, you are not alone in this at all. Okay, all right, I am gonna get an advice card. So for this, I'm using Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael deck. Thank you. Okay, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And you have a favorable outcome. One of the cards told us that already. Okay, I like it when they they agree with themselves. Okay, your guidance. Okay, reading from the book on these. Archangel Michael knows that you're feeling uncertain or confused. So he's sending this card to you as verification that you are hearing him accurately through your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. You've recently felt the urge to take action, but may have hesitated for fear of making the wrong move. This card confirms that it is safe to move forward with those changes. Other possible meanings are your new idea is the answer to your prayer, so act upon it. The feelings you've been receiving are valid. If you're not trusting a person or situation, pay attention to those feelings. You're being led by inner guidance, even if you can't see where it's taking you. Follow it anyway. The prayer, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. And then a favorable outcome. A situation that you're concerned about has already resolved itself with fairness and justice. Yay! And you and the others involved will be pleased with the outcome. Heaven's ingenuity has devised a plan that's beyond the scope of human imagination. You may not see the solution at this moment, but trust that it's already in place. You're guided to give your worries or anger to Archangel Michael, for there's no need to burden yourself. The more that you can let go and allow God to be in charge, the faster your favorable outcome will manifest. Other possible meanings are: a legal matter will settle in your favor. Your new relationship will be long term. You'll get your desired job. The money will come through and a healing will occur. The prayer: thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. All right, and then we'll do a yes or no. So if you have a question that you would like to ask, I'm going to try to just get one card for this. Yes or no. Consciousness. Yes, but I'm going to say that this is a yes with a caveat. About the situation, it's asking you again to go within, to really listen to your inner intuition about it, really listen to your feelings that you have, and not just your thoughts, but your feelings, how you feel about it in your gut. And if that's really the direction that you want to go, then yes is the answer to your question here. So in a way, it's kind of a maybe. I hate to say that. It should be yes or no. And I know that I hate to say it's like a cop-out to say, you know, listen to your gut, because what you're asking here is for confirmation. But if what you're feeling to be true is what you're asking, like if you're asking for confirmation about what you are already knowing about, where you kind of have a feeling about it, then the answer is yes. Okay? So, yes. Okay. Consciousness. All right. Okay. Group 3, thank you so much for joining me here today. I am so grateful. And for if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, and it lets me know that it resonates for you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not necessary at all, but it is absolutely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Welcome, Group 4. This is your reading. Welcome. Okay, so you chose the pink opal. Okay, I know lighting's not super great. It is pink. I guarantee you this. This is interesting. So this is a stone. It's all about renewal. One of the reasons why I love it so much is that it brings joy into your life. And in general, what's one of the reasons why I chose the stone when I did is that to me it looked like a little candy bonbon, and it makes me feel happy whenever I see it. It's like its own little personality. But it's supposed to help you gain insight where otherwise insight was not seen. And it helps with self-healing and with mastering fear. But more importantly, it unlocks the heart chakra. Because of the pink color, as you might imagine, it's actually very strong connection with the heart. So if you're dealing with matters having to do with emotional trauma of any kind, meaning that, you know, ending a relationship or anything like that, that's kind of bringing sadness into your life and your heart has really kind of shut down a little bit, this is a really great stone for that. And also allowing you, it promotes you to be able to be self-relying on any kind of emotional support, so that you're strong enough to rely on yourself emotionally, rather than needing to reach out to anyone else for it, right? It's helps like rebuild with that self-assurance and like in general with joy. So that's the stone that you chose. I am going to, well, I choose pop out, so interest of time, I've already taken these. As I lay this out, just want to tell you, so you received, this is the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And then I have the Mystic Tarot for your tarot cards. You have the Ten of Water, the Tower, 8 of Fire, 5 of Air, Emperor, and the Water Queen. All right, getting into your reading here, so you have Balancing Act, number 11. So this really is asking you, if you have not already, to really sift through your life, kind of that you have a choice to choose chaos versus calm, and that the better choice for you is whatever creates calmness is going to create a positive outcome for you. Inside, if you know that someone, let's attach this to a person, okay? If you know that somebody in your life actually just causes a lot of like emotional drama for you, then perhaps to not really allow them to be a huge part of your life anymore might be a better choice for you. That's just an example. That's not to say that that's what's going on here, but I'm just going to use that as an example because that's what comes to my mind at this moment. Those kind of choices where you know that something's going to be more difficult for you and harder for you to deal with, instead you're choosing the calmer path here. So, or it's asking you to choose the calmer path because you will have more success that way. Storm fields, because you are already dealing with what seems like a turbulent situation right now. Something that's very difficult for you to kind of see your way through, and it may feel very chaotic, very difficult at this moment in time. But this card really is pointing out that whatever is going on in the end is going to be a very positive outcome for you. Just trust that, know that this upheaval of whatever is happening and whatever is hard is really going to work out in your favor. And it kind of goes in tandem with a dry desert because it may be feeling as though you have no support in this moment in time, or that you're kind of walking this path by yourself. You feel very alone going through all of this. And in some ways, it's important for you to feel like you're walking alone because you have to become self-reliant. You have to go within, you have to dive deep within yourself and to know and to trust that you can depend on you. Not that you can't depend on others. That's not the message that's being given here. They want me to clarify. Instead, the message is that even though others may be there for you, right? At other points in your life or anything like that, this event, whatever is going on that's causing this feeling, is there to make you aware of the fact that you are 100% capable of dealing with this or any other problem in the future, right? You are strong enough emotionally, mentally, physically to deal with whatever it is that's happening right now or in the future, and that you don't have to rely on others to help you through this. It's kind of a bonus when people are there to help you through it, for sure. Absolutely. But inside, for you to know and trust the fact that you have the strength that it takes to be able to do that. And it's going to teach you lessons about yourself, about the situation, and about others through going through all of this. Okay? There's a lot to be had. There's a gold mine of opportunity with the situation for you to gain so much for the future. There's a lot of wisdom to be had with this that you're going to carry with you into the future that you will use. That's actually, I think, the most important part that they want me to tell you. In the future, this is going to be very useful for you. Okay, so not to say that things are going to be difficult later on. We'll get into it because it kind of talks a little bit about it here. So getting into the tarot, we have the 10 of water, we have the 5 of air, so the 10 of cups, the 5 of swords. So 10 of cups really is asking you, if you have not already, to kind of reach beyond yourself, or that you have reached beyond yourself for happiness, to change things for the benefit of your life, to really go for and reach for those dreams. And 5 of air is also for you to kind of reach for it with conviction, knowing in confidence that things are going to be all right. And this may mean making changes in your life in order to make that happen, which may be potentially what has caused the stirrup to happen. But whatever this is, there's been a hope and a dream for something better and different, and this wanting and needing to reach for whatever it is. And perhaps it could be just the want of that. It could actually be actions taken towards that goal that has caused this change for you, okay? And then we have 16, which is the Tower, and we have the Emperor. 2 major arcana, kind of a major deal that's happening for you. So you may be feeling like things are really, really hard right now, because with the Tower, not always a bad situation, but it definitely makes the sense of change like you're not in control of it. And the Emperor is all about control, right? So there's this need to want to have a handle on whatever is changing for you right now, whatever is difficult, whatever you feel is kind of crumbling beneath you. Perhaps it has been something that you have built up in the past, something that you've invested in, right? That is now going away and out of your world, and you don't want it to necessarily happen that way. Like yeah, I wanted it to kind of go, but I didn't want it to be like that. But whatever this is, it's a good thing. This is just forced change is ultimately what it is. The universe is basically taking the reins and like, okay, this change needs to happen. Great. So we're going to make it happen. And it's going to happen in a way that's going to may feel hard because you have no idea how it's all going to turn out. And what I'm getting here is that you're really kind of fighting the sense to really kind of grasp on to something so that you can have it be the way that you ideally think that you want it to be. But really, you need to relinquish that control factor and allow things to kind of happen how they're going to happen, because the universe already has it lined up in a perfect way that you cannot see on the other side of how it's going to turn out, right? That it's like there's a lot of working parts. Kind of what I'm being given here is like the inner workings of a clock, the cogs that are in there. There's a lot of different cogs that are part of the scenario that you cannot see, and it's hidden, and it is all working in perfect timing and in tandem with each other in order to create the perfect outcome. But right now, all that you're seeing is a total chaos of what's happening on the other side, but it is a beautifully orchestrated event, is what I'm being told. Words exactly that I'm being given. Beautifully orchestrated event. So, and then we have the 8 of Fire with the Water Queen. So whatever is going to happen, whatever changes that you initiated beforehand, once this is all kind of done and the dust settles and all that, there's going to be some really quick movement and communication towards a really solid outcome for you. And the Water Queen I really see as being you. So the energy that I'm being given here is what you're doing with what you're going through right now, what you're learning, your self-reliance, and everything like that you're building, knowing, and trusting on at this moment in time is going to create a situation for you that you're going to use in the future where you're going to communicate to others how to do that. That for other people who go through the same situation, you're going to be a teacher, a coach for those people, whether or not you actively do that for a living or not. Just even with people who show up in your life, that you're going to be able to share this experience with them so that they can utilize it and help kind of guide them through the process, right? So what you're going through, and I can understand why you need to bring a little bit of joy and happiness into your life right now. I can absolutely see that. That it's going to create a beneficial outcome for you, that you're going to be able to show compassion and share your experience to others so that you can help others, so you can benefit others through this, right? And in the end, your benefit, outside of being able to help people in the future, is that you're going to learn to become so self-assured in a way that nobody can take it from you, okay? And that's the beauty of it. It cannot be taken from you. It is yours. It is yours for forever. And right now, you're just building those blocks, but whatever was built before needed to be torn down so that you can build a more solid structure. And that's really what this is all about for you right now. So, all right, I'm going to leave it at that. I am going to pull advice card for you. I'm going to use Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael deck. So Archangel Michael, what advice do you have for group 4 during this time, please? Just looking for one card of advice for this point in time. What would be the most beneficial for them for the month of December to know? See, and this is why I do the pop-outs typically ahead of time, because it can take a little bit of time. So I appreciate your patience. If you want to fast forward through this till I get a cord, please feel free. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Here we go. Ooh, you get 2. Guarded and protected, and make a commitment. All right, I'm going to read from the book. So it's very clear for you what it is that's trying to be said. All right, Archangel Michael is protecting you in the situation as well as in other areas of your life. You and the Archangel are a team. You follow the guidance he gives you through your intuition. You likely drew this card because you're going through a major life change and are feeling vulnerable. But this is a symbol to remind you that Michael is watching over you around the clock. This card also urges you to drop your defenses in relationships with people and the angels. Open your heart to giving and receiving love so that you can experience the intimacy you deeply desire. Be your authentic self with others and tell the angels about your feelings. This allows others to know, support, and love you, including loving yourself for who you are. Other possible meanings are your financial needs are being met, you'll have a happy outcome concerning a legal matter, sleep well, your home is being watched over, your children are protected and safe, and your loved ones are with the angels in heaven. The prayer. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. And make a commitment. You drew this card because you're asking about how to improve a situation. Archangel Michael advises you to fully commit to your desired outcome. If you're tentative or unsure if you're deserving or worthy enough, then the final result will be unsatisfactory. However, by making a commitment, you'll help spark movement in your life. Other possible meanings: commit to your current relationship to create more intimacy and satisfaction. Allow yourself to fully enjoy each moment. Completely immerse yourself in an exciting project. If you're a musician or an artist, become deeply mindful in every note played or each stroke of your paintbrush. Be confident as you speak and write. The prayer. Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. All right. Beautiful. You are supported. They want you to know. Okay. Whoop. Sorry. Having a little bit of a breakdown of things behind the camera. Okay, I'm going to choose a yes or no card for you. So if you have a question, looking for one card for a yes or no for group 4. For this, I'm using the Zen Tarot. Ooh, you get 2 cards. Yeah, they're both upside down. I'm going to say that's a definite no, because you got isolation in reverse and conditioning in reverse. Conditioning is typically the devil in this deck. Isolation is the 3 of Swords. So I see a lot of heartache in whatever it is that you're asking about. I see a lot of temptation, a lot kind of bad habits, things associated with whatever it is that you're asking about. But the answer to this is a no, for sure a no. So, all right. Group 4, I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am truly grateful. And for more, well, no, I mean, if you want clarification, you can choose another deck if this did not resonate for you. But if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, lets me know that it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but it is genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.